Hi, welcome back. I am Paul Chartier. Our next guests are from the Miracle League, Tony Barrett and Daryl Ishmael. Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Isn't there a name that comes before the Miracle League, Daryl?
Oh yeah, it's the Toyota Bluegrass Miracle League.
Yes.
Because Toyota is just a huge community supporter, as we all know. They're just so valuable to this community. But Toyota actually provided the seed money to make the Toyota Bluegrass Miracle League become a reality. In fact, they gave us $300,000.
Oh my gosh.
Right off the bat, and with $300,000 and Toyota's name with it, and the Lexington Rotary Club gave us great credibility and allowed us to make this happen.
Did you say right off the bat?
I did, right off the bat.
I heard you say that, and maybe the prop here is reason for that. You were one of the founding board members of the Miracle League, and how many years ago was that?
Oh, this is our 11th year.
Okay.
So in 2005, Kevin Weaver, a Rotarian, brought the idea to us, and I was incoming president at that time. He'd seen the special on the Today Show about the Miracle League in Alabama, and it was heartwarming, lots of tears shed all along the way of joy. The Rotary Club of Lexington took it on as a project in a heartbeat.
Yes.
And we've made it happen now for 11 years.
And Tony, what's the connection between the Rotary and the Miracle League?
Well, as Daryl said, we kind of had the inspiration for it to bring it locally to Lexington, and we've been involved with it ever since. And we have a tradition now that we do the opening day, hosting the picnic. We have a cookout for the kids and their families and the volunteers. We serve somewhere 175 to 250 people on 2 Saturdays a year, the opening day of the spring season and opening day of the fall season. So it's a great opportunity for us to get together in fellowship.
Yes.
And in turn, have a great time with the kids and the families and the volunteers, and it's a very enjoyable day. It's
got a great name, but how does it work? Who are the kids that are served that participate in this?
Well, we have 2 leagues. We have a youth league that plays on Saturdays, and that's they're disabled youth. We have what Toyota was able to, the money from Toyota enabled us to do was build a specialized field that is.
And it's located where?
It's in Shillato Park with the, I think it's the Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
And the Babe Ruth complex back in the park. And so we have a specialized field. It's a rubberized, accessible field with a pavilion.
And it's all flat?
It's all flat, fenced in. We've got a wall, just, a fence, and baselines, and it's designed as a field, dugouts, and we have a very nice pavilion. BB&T was a big early contributor. The BB&T concession building is in place there, and we also have an adult league that plays on Tuesdays, and Cardinal Hill is a big participant in that.
Sure.
Employment Solutions also has teams in that, and it's about equal number of kids and adults playing in each league.
You mentioned that you need children to participate. What would the definition be of a child that's able to participate in the Miracle League?
Well, it's any child between 5 and 19 years old that has a disability, anything that keeps them from playing in other organized sports leagues.
Okay.
We're really pretty broad in that regard, but our intent is that children who don't normally get to participate in, say, the high school or some of the can play ball and be like all the other children that they know, and or their brothers or sisters that are playing other sports. So it gives them a chance to not only play but to be like other kids, and it's been really valuable to these children because now, this being our 11th year, we have history with some of these kids, and we've watched them grow up and mature and make accomplishments that their parents say the Miracle League helped them make these accomplishments, gave them self-confidence, and gave them a sense of worth that they would not have achieved otherwise.
And Tony, you've been on the board how long?
Oh, on the board probably about 5 years.
You go to the games.
Oh yeah.
You help coordinate the games. What do you see and what do you feel when you see these kids on the field?
Oh, it's just, it's very heartwarming. I get more out of it than they do, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of fun. The kids are excited. Each player has a buddy that helps them at the bat and helps them in the field.
Buddy. Okay.
An able-bodied person. And buddies are a great help. But they, they run around, they have fun, they run the bases, wheel the bases. However they're able to do it, and we have a rubberized ball, and some kids hit off the tee, some kids hit off the pitch. So it's just a lot of fun, and all the kids play.
Are the kids competitive?
Some are.
Some are. For the most part, not. They're just out having a good time,
good.
running around and enjoying
And they have a team that they're on
Oh, yeah.
all the time. And how many games do they play?
They play, there are 6 weeks to a season.
Okay.
And so 6 games. And each Saturday, at this time, we have 6 teams. So we have three games each Saturday. Last weekend was our opening day. And so we'll go through just the week after Memorial Day weekend will be our last game.
Daryl, you're an artist.
I am.
Paint a verbal picture of what you see in these kids.
Well, it's a multifaceted, multicolored picture, I'll say that. We see a competitive streak in some of them. We see joy. Whatever color is joy for you is a big part of the painting. They are absolutely, well, it just brings out a great feeling for them and us. And as I tell, you mentioned having buddies that play, that help some of these kids. The buddies that are there, and we can always use more buddies, they get as much out of it as the children quite often. And I tell these, especially the younger buddies, I say, look, you may not get the full picture of what you represent here today, but these kids really look up to the buddies. And they said, we have role models in these buddies, and we have the University of Kentucky baseball team sometimes, or Georgetown College baseball teams, and those are real big stars in these kids in their lives and in the way they look at the world.
Oh, the organizations that we get to participate are wonderful. The UK women's softball they do a great job, and so many of them do as well. Asbury baseball comes out and helps. Tates Creek High School baseball has been out there, and
Church groups.
And I just love to see the kids participate with the players, with the collegiate players or the high school players, and turn it around and see how the high school players how they work out with the youth, and it's just a lot of fun, and they learn how to cope and deal with people with disabilities, and it helps them a lot.
It's a great lesson, isn't it?
It's a great lesson.
Is there a phone number that you could share, or a website that people can look up the Miracle League?
We do have a website, is the Bluegrass Miracle, BGML.org. There it is, and 859-367-7515.
We asked you to remember 4 letters and you got them right. That is awesome. BGML.
We have a Facebook page as well.
Okay.
You could just Google that. And I should say that the YMCA has been a big partner. They manage our league for us, and Kevin Hari with the YMCA does a fantastic job. He's been with, he was early with the league, and then he had a diversion where he went off somewhere else, and well, fortunately for us, he's been back, and it's
like
great to have him back. He's the commissioner.
He's the commissioner. Yeah.
Okay.
The director.
But he does a great job.
Yes, he does.
Oh, and Dave Hecker is our announcer, and he is so much fun. He sits behind the home plate, behind the fence, and calls the games. He has music. A lot of the kids have their own special
like walk-up music.
Walk-up
is
music,
hilarious.
and we've got the rock star out there playing with her guitar bat, and it's just so much fun. And he brings so much character and enthusiasm to the games.
And what he does is and we all try, but Dave really does this, is make all the kids feel like they're professionals. Makes them feel like they're the rock stars of the day. And we try to do that in everything we do with the kids. Like, for instance, this is my bat, the Miracle League bat. It was when opening day was August 31st, 2006. And they've autographed this. All the kids have autographed this, just like a pro player will do. And we try to make them special.
Think about, here are these children, and I'm sure you have, here are these children that are watching everybody else participate, and they're spectators.
Right.
And finally, they get to be participants.
Right.
And they have to feel like $1 million for you to ask them for their autograph.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
They have to feel so special.
They do, and since we're in between 3 other baseball fields where other leagues are playing at the same time our kids are playing, some of those kids come over and watch the games, and they see what special treatment these kids, and they're jealous, which is flipping the coin on what you're talking about.
It's got to be great for these young kids to see not able-bodied people out there participating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And getting the same kind of adulation and applause that they're getting doing whatever they're doing on the other fields. In the last few minutes, what are the biggest needs that you have right now?
Well, we always need players. That is a big need.
Again, what age to something to
5 to 19.
5 to
5 to
19.
19.
Wheelchairs, braces,
All that.
Any
level.
challenge that they have, they can call
They
you.
are all welcome.
Okay.
All welcome.
Okay.
We are replacing our field. From a financial perspective, that's our biggest need right now. That's in the neighborhood of $125,000. Toyota will be again a big help with that, I'm sure. Rotary will hopefully come forward with that, but we're always in a need for that. We're also trying to construct a accessible playground in the area of the park, because we don't have that, and that would be something else just to add to the complex. And
don't they deserve it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we've seen so many success stories coming out of this league. Parents tell us about it, as I mentioned, but we have had the opportunity to witness a child running the bases on his walker and then halfway to home plate, discarding it and crawling to home plate to score. And that kind of determination is, will just make you melt, and literally, and watching that. And we've had kids come out of their shells, and their parents didn't think it could happen.
If you remember the movie Tuesdays with Morrie, Mitch Albom happened to catch his college professor on TV at a certain point in time, and because of that, they connected, and every Tuesday he'd go to fly to see his professor.
Right.
That Kevin Weaver happened to catch that news story at that particular time, and it touched him, and look what happened.
Yes.
It got you guys on TV. Well, that's great. Tony and Daryl, thank you, and thanks to the Rotary, Toyota, BB&T, and everybody else involved. YMCA. Thanks for being here to tell a great story.
Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you to the Lexington community for supporting this.
And for Channel 27 to be doing this every single month.
Absolutely.
It's a
thank
great
you,
world.
Channel 27.
We all can get
Thank
along.
you.
I'm Paul Shart here. Thanks for tuning in. Go to the website and make a donation to the Bluegrass Miracle League, the Toyota Bluegrass Miracle
go.
League. Thanks for watching.